Alright guys, time for a quick video here. We are in a 97 Honda Accord with a 2.2 liter VTEC engine, and for anyone who's interested, that's the F22B1 engine, if you guys prefer that. As you can see, I have the car running. It's been running for a good 10 to 15 minutes. The engine is warmed up. I don't know if you just heard it, but there is a misfire. While we're idling here, it sounds fine, and then it'll just do a little tut-tut-tut-tut, you know, for a second, and then it'll even itself out. If I step on the gas, what happens is, actually I'll show you. We'll see if you can hear it. Too much pressure on the gas pedal causes it to misfire. And it misfires pretty severely. I actually cleared the codes a while ago. We had a catalyst efficiency below threshold, which in most cases is your catalytic converter. It's not a 100% definite diagnosis. So what I'm doing here is you can actually, based on the downstream O2 sensor, which is going to be the one after the catalytic converter, you can read the sensor data on a scan tool, which is what I have hooked up right now and I'm about to show you. Just a quick thing about O2 sensors. The one before the catalytic converter measures the amount of air coming out of the, like, in the exhaust will hinder the voltage for the sensor, and the computer tries to get a 14.7 to 1 ratio, or as close to that as it can, and that's 14.7 parts air to 1 part fuel. And the computer, if you look at the sensor 1 data, it should be fluctuating in between anywhere from 0.1 to 0.9 volts, and that is so that the catalytic converter gets all the toxins isn't the right word, but it's the emissions out of the exhaust. And so then once it goes through the catalytic converter, it should be the downstream O2 sensor, which is the one afterward, should be reading at just about 0.5 and steady 0.5 the whole time. So what I'm going to show you now is my actual live data that we're doing right now here. I'm going to stick it on the steering wheel here, make it a little easier, try to focus in a little bit. Alright, and as you can see, I have short-term fuel trim percentage and long-term fuel trim as well. And we have the O2 Bank 1 Sensor 1, O2 Bank 1 Sensor 2. And those are the only two that this will have. This is a 4-cylinder engine in a like a V6, V8, that type of engine. You're actually going to have 2 different banks for each side of the V on the engine, as well as their corresponding sensor 1 and sensor 2, because at that point you're going to have 2 exhaust manifolds coming out, or exhaust. Oh, sorry. Let's try to get that back in focus here. There we go. Alright, so as you can see, both of my O2 sensors are fluctuating. Looks like it's only getting to about just under 0.9 on both of them. But as you can see, that's not how the downstream sensor needs to operate. Should be at a pretty steady 0.5. What I'm going to end up doing is taking off the catalytic converter and checking it out. It's actually kind of disappointing. just replaced the catalytic converter a couple of months ago for the same issue. So it leads me to believe that there's something going on in the combustion of the engine, because when I took the first one off, it had essentially burned a hole through what's called the honeycomb material, and that honeycomb material is part of what helps filter out all the emissions and that kind of thing. It was melted, and you could shake it around, and it was like little loose pieces in there. So what I'm going to end up doing is, in a different video, I'm going to be taking off the catalytic converter, and we're going to check it out. Right now the car is too hot because it's been obviously running and it's up to temperature. It's going to be very hot, can't do it right now, so you guys should stick around. I'll make sure to film that as well, and hopefully this helps. And just remember, if your downstream O2 sensor is fluctuating like mine is, it's a good chance that you need a new catalytic converter. So stick around for the next video, and have a great day.